You're listening to episode 4 of the bookcast for Dwell, an Advent study and liturgy. This bookcast has been designed to give you another way to engage with the content of the book. Hi, my name is Rachel Fehrenbach. I'm the author of Dwell and your host for these episodes. Today we're continuing in week 1 with day 2, and we're dwelling on scripture. I'm going to ask you to pause the bookcast and read Genesis chapter 2 and Exodus 20:11. Please read through these one time and then come join us back here. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to reread the passages with the following in mind. There are two different Hebrew words that get translated into the English word rest. Shabbat, which means to cease from, and nuach, which I know I'm not saying completely correctly, but it does mean to take up residence in a safe, secure, and stable space. In English, this nuance is missed, but it provides an important distinction. God both ceases from his preparations because they were complete, and then takes up residence, dwells with his creation within his creation. In fact, in Genesis 2:15, the word nuach appears again when God places Adam into the garden to work and keep it. Some translations will say God rested Adam, while others will say God put Adam. But we can also read it as God resided Adam in Eden. In other words, Adam dwelled, lived in a particular way, was at home, and fully present in the garden. As you read these verses, consider how God doesn't plant the garden until he has created humanity to cultivate and steward it. As you read these verses, consider how God intentionally created his cosmic tabernacle so both he and humanity could dwell together, co-creating, co-working, and co-ruling. And finally, as you read, consider the implications these verses have on both humanity's identity and purpose. What implications does it have on your personal sense of identity and purpose? At this time, reread these passages with these things in mind. Thank you for joining me today as we dwelled on Scripture. Join me tomorrow as we continue to dwell with God this Advent season.